What's going on, guys? Good morning. Oh my goodness, my throat. Goodness, sick. Anyway, that's fine. So, why is this so weird? Okay, let's try this again. Can you guys see that? Okay, anyway. Sorry for like the super long introduction. Anyway, first thing in the morning, just get to school. And I know my video didn't come out on the day it was supposed to because it's going to come out later. So it'll be out on Thursday. Sorry about that. Anyway, anyway, let's get right to the point of this video. Sorry for the super long intro. So, a little bit of a life update. School, work, you guys know the drill. I am going to go train some chest today. My triceps are super sore, so that should be interesting. And honestly, I might even take the day off. I feel like really worn down and just exhausted. So, just not feeling 100%. Haven't really felt 100% the last couple weeks. But whatever, that's just part of life. I have reading week next week for school. Should be a nice little break. Technically it starts tomorrow, I guess, since I don't have school tomorrow. Yeah, something like that. So, I have a ton of assignments and shit I need to get done today. But then right back into it. So anyway, what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is relationships. And this is important because often as people that work out, we get so obsessed with hitting PRs, so obsessed with the gym, so obsessed with our bodies, that everything else in our life kind of starts to fall apart. And you get to a point where it's more important to go and spend 2 hours at the gym and blow off everything else in your life than go do everything important and get in a 45-minute workout at the end of the day. Which, I'm not saying that one is necessarily better than the other. It depends on your goals. I'm going to tell you right now, for most people, your career, your happiness is not going to come from hitting PRs in the gym. It can be a factor, 100%. Going to the gym should make you happy. It should be something you look forward to doing every day. And you should enjoy training. You want to keep getting better. You want to have a good physique. That's great. But you have to remember there's other aspects of your life that are way more important than getting whatever PR number you have in your head. If you want to get 225 bench, 315 bench, 500-pound squat, whatever those numbers are, there's something else. Relationships in your life will always be more important than that, because the problem is that we get in this mindset that for people to like us, we need to have this certain physique, and that can be a factor for sure. Being a better looking person is great. Like, nobody's going to deny that. Like, everyone wants to look better, everyone wants to feel better, but there's a lot more to life than that. And a lot of guys, especially younger guys, even guys my age, I'm only 21, have this idea that, like, in order to get girls, in order to do anything, they need to have a perfect physique. And the reality is that most people really don't care. Not saying, like, it doesn't matter. Of course, it's a factor. You have to be attracted to the person that you're going to be with. Like, but there's a very small percentage of people that want to date somebody that is super shredded, and that's what they want. That's what they need. For most women, they care about the personality of the person. If you're caring, if you're loving, if you're going to be there for them, if you can actually talk to them about stuff. Don't just sit around and talk about yourself. Like, actually being a real human being and being a supportive figure in their life. That is what most women care about. If you want that's actually what everybody cares about if you want a real relationship. If you want to have meaningless relationships all the time, that's a completely different story. You look hot and go out, and you'll get what you want. That's not rocket science. But if you actually want to build something that's deeper than that and be with somebody that you actually can build a real relationship with and care about them, then you have to get out of this mindset that it's all about you all the time and it's all about looking the best all the time. Because at the end of the day, it's about being there for the person that you care about and being able to support them in whatever way that they want, and oh my goodness, making sure that you can support yourself so you're not a drain on that person. So, like, my point is that the gym can help with a lot of things. The gym can help with self-confidence. It can help with you looking better, feeling better about yourself. That's great. Those are important things, but don't neglect everything else in your life. Like, if you're a student, don't neglect your schoolwork. That is more important. If you are working, don't neglect your job. Don't neglect everything else in your life. That is more important. Your family is more important. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't take time for yourself, but if your life gets to a point that you're spending 3-4 hours a day meal prepping and going to the gym, and then like you're taking a nap because you're super tired because you just did like a 2-hour leg workout, then everything else in your life is going to start to fall apart. That's just the reality of it. So just keep that in mind. Get your priorities in check, and just think about what really matters in the long run. Because I'll tell you what, you're not going to look the way you do now in 50 years, 70 years. And when you look back at your life in 70 years, or 50 or whatever, but I'm 20 years old, yes, 50, 60 years, the last thing you're going to think about is, no, it might be in the back of your head, oh, I hit like a 500-pound bench press, whatever, but more importantly, it's going to be with what relationships did I have through my whole life that made me a better person. What people were there for me. Who did I love throughout all those years? Who's sitting beside you when you're 70 years old? That's going to be more important than I got a 405 bench instead of a 500. That's not a limiting factor for most people's life. Now, this is interesting because I watched a video on Larry Wheels, and he actually said a similar thing. And he's the best in the world. He has every excuse in the world to only focus on the gym. He's the best powerlifter for weight class. The guy's ridiculous. But even he says that he has focused on things outside of the gym because there's more important things than hitting PRs in the gym. So if the best person in the world for powerlifting can say that, then you and me and everyone else in my gym and probably everyone in your gym should probably realize that as well. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. Build relationships with people and be a little bit deeper than just talking about yourself all the time. Because back to this whole getting girls thing, that's why so many guys work out. And guys tell me this all the time, that I work out because I want to get girls. Well, how, like, you want to get girls in what way? Like, I was always that guy that wanted I never had a serious relationship ever. And recently, I've started to realize that I kind of want one. And I've met somebody that I actually really care about. So, now, it hasn't been that long, but I can tell you who they are, whatever. But, like, that is way more enjoyable to build a real relationship with somebody that you can actually get to know than just go, like, mess around all the time. And I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to get super, like, emotional and stuff about this, or, like, because I know that's not what you guys want to hear. But there is more to life, okay? Like, open your mind up a little bit. Maybe try to be in a relationship with somebody. Maybe not necessarily even like not even necessarily like dating someone, like even like your friends and stuff like that. You have to be there for them as well. Like, if you have friends that all you do is work out together, how much do you really know about them? Like, friendships, relationships in general, like, it needs to go two ways. You can't just sit there and talk about like, oh yeah, I hit like a 500-pound deadlift today. Because most people do not care. You have your gym friends that, yeah, you go into the gym, mess around with, you talk about all that stuff. That's great. There's a time and place for that. There's also a time and place to sit down and talk about real life things. Like career paths, ideas, how you feel. Actually talk about how you feel, which is something I'm really bad at and I'm working on it. So just open your mind up a little bit. That's pretty much the whole point of this video. So I kind of just rambled on, but I think it's extremely important that people wake up a little bit, because I have guys messaging me like, I took a year off school because like I really want to work on my physique. And unless you're a professional athlete, you have no reason to take time off school to work on your physique or work on your sport. Unless you're literally at a level where that is your priority. And if you are at that level, then that is a career decision. That's a different story. But if you're in the gym bench pressing, if you're in the gym and you're not a world-class powerlifter, if you've worked out for 2 years and you're not benching 315 for reps, squatting 500, deadlifting 600-700 pounds, you're not going to be a world-class powerlifter. I'm never going to be a world-class powerlifter. I'm never going to be a world-class physique competitor. It's not in my genetics. Okay? And I'm going to keep working to be the best I can be. But you have to realize that there's more to life than that. I love business. That's what I love doing. And I need to get back to focusing on business stuff and school and making sure that I get my degree and start thinking about coming start actually pursuing more of my ideas that I have for making money, because at the end of the day, that is going to be what's more important. And when I'm 56 years old, I'd rather be financially stable than be able to bench press 550 pounds. So that's kind of where my mindset is right now. A little bit of a shift, to be honest with you, but that's what I'm doing. So anyway, build real relationships with people. That is going to be way more important than the gym. I'm not telling you not to train, but make sure everything's in balance. Anyway, I appreciate the support. Love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon.